Hey there, Tad Hargrave from Marketing for Hippies. I'm just going for a little stroll, stretch my legs before the morning session. And funny thing happened to me on the way to the workshop today. One of the participants in my program had we were chatting about the different marketing coaches, business coaches that she'd worked with, and I was curious about her experience with different people. And one of them that she named was my colleague Rebecca Tracy from Uncaged Life. And so I sent Rebecca a note, said, hey, because this particular client raved about Rebecca, which is not surprising to me because she's incredible. She created a product called Hey Nice Package, which is helping people design packages in their business, which is something really important for people to know how to do. And somebody was going to come to they were going to do a kind of a VIP session with me, a half-day session. And they said, well, one of our issues is coming up with a package. And so I sent them the link to our info product on that. And it was so good that they canceled the session with me. So Rebecca's the best. And this person was raving about her. And so I sent her a note saying, hey, your praises are being sung here at my workshop. And she said, oh, who? And we started chatting about it. And she said, well, it's great to it's appreciation because I've been bashed in a few places by some of these coaches that are, hey, make 6 figures, overnight, right away, using my my methodology. And so first of all, if you're going to bash Rebecca Tracy, you come through me. And so we just had this really interesting conversation over Facebook, and just want to share some of the thoughts from it with you. I've seen a lot of this, and Rebecca's seen this too, where people pay $5,000, $9,000, $11,000, $15,000 with these coaches, and just don't get many results from it, and end up beating themselves up and thinking it's them. And it just has me thinking that how in marketing there's such a responsibility for us to be very clear about who we can work with and who we can't. Who we can best help and who we can't. And to make sure that we're filtering that, I wrote this blog post recently about the Are You Sure page, a page that invites people, once they click buy, it doesn't actually let them buy right away. It takes them to a page where it asks them, are you sure? And really lays out who the program is for and who it's not for, to let them pause. People who it's really a fit for are still going to buy, and they'll feel much more solid about their purchase. People who it's not a fit for are not going to buy, or less likely to. And that's good. You don't want people who are not a fit to buy. And I think I think it's true for all of us. We're not as clear as we could be about who's a fit. And what that results in is people who aren't a good match for what we're offering signing up. The end result of that is really bad word of mouth. People complaining, they don't get the results, they slam us, and it may not actually be the content. It's just that we haven't done that filtering work. And we're talking about what would need to be in place really for these people who didn't get the results to have gotten the results. And we realized, people would have needed to walk in with a pretty clear sense of their niche. They would have needed to walk in with maybe a certain size list of people. They'd need to walk in with a certain amount of experience under their belt. They would et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of things that probably need to be in place before you can just sign up, And for some of them, the honest truth is this a fit for you? Be like, are you willing to have me name your niche and to have that niche basically be my niche, the niche that I already have and I'm working on? So you get a lot of health coaches, relationship coaches, spirituality coaches who end up turning into business coaches because that's all that coach knows how to do. That's their niche. So it's like, if you're willing to have me totally figure out your niche for you and decide it and have it be my niche, and if you're willing to do the exact template of what I do that I learned from somebody else, then this will be a fit for you. If you're willing to use tactics that don't totally feel in integrity or don't feel like a fit for you and your vibe, then this will work. So the bottom line of this, the punchline of this, number one, go check out Rebecca Tracy. I'm going to post the article, the blog post that she wrote below. Number two, marketing is not about selling people. It's not about getting people to say yes. Marketing should be the filtering process of establishing if it's a fit, and not just as a theory, but I think we can get better and better at creating the mechanisms that make it, as certain as possible that only the right people are going to sign up, and the wrong people get directed to where they need to go. So that's my thought as I'm starting day number 2 at Hollyhock. So I hope you're enjoying these videos.